Home recording equipment can be very expensive, involving a lot of high-end audio equipment like microphones and audio interfaces. However, there are also a lot of accessories for home recording that can really make things a lot easier. In this video, we're going to look at 10 home recording accessories you can get for under $25. Before continuing, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get notified when we release our new videos. The first thing on our list of accessories is a set of removable cable ties. For only a few dollars, you can attach these to every cable in your home studio, whether it's your XLR cables, instrument cables, or even the cables that are a permanent part of your equipment setup, like in a rack. These are great to keep everything organized and prevent your cables from ever getting tangled up. I also keep one attached to the cable, then when I wind it up, I can tie it up with the cable tie. For longer cables, I might even put two on there to prevent it from coming undone. These can also be used when the cables are set up recording something if there's extra length, that way we can keep it together and wrap it up easier later, or bundle all the cables together as they're running on the floor. USB guitar cables are used to directly connect an electric guitar or acoustic electric guitar to the computer without the need for an audio interface or another piece of hardware. These cables are good for recording the guitar as a direct signal, or you can use it to practice with headphones. We've done a full video on this in the past to show you how it works, but you can even set it up with a digital audio workstation and amp simulation plugins to make it sound as if the guitar were playing through an amp, all while just having the guitar plugged directly into the computer. Headphone adapters are really important to be able to connect just about any headphones to your audio interface or other music equipment. Most equipment, whether it's an audio interface, guitar processor, keyboard, or even some guitar amps, use a 1/4-inch headphone output. However, a lot of headphones will have a 3.5mm jack, so they don't connect without these adapters. A lot of headphones will come with the adapters, but they're easy to lose, so I like to keep a few extras around since they're really cheap, and it can be really inconvenient to lose them. Pop filters are used whenever you need to record vocals. They're a very simple attachment that screws onto basically any microphone stand and positions itself between the singer and the microphone. Pop filters stop the blasts of air that come out of a singer's mouth from hitting the microphone. If they hit the microphone, they can create a loud popping sound and clip the signal. By putting a pop filter in place, we won't get this blast of air and we can get a clean sound without affecting the tone of the sound. Depending on your recording studio setup and size, a headphone extension cable can be very useful. In many cases, your audio interface will be stuck close to the computer, but you may need to get your headphones around the room. For example, I may need my headphones closer to my drum kit to do a recording there, and that can be done with a headphone extension since my rack is on the other side of the desk. We can also use this to get the tension off the headphones when we're working at our desk if the audio interface is farther away. Headphone extension cables can be either 1/4-inch or 3.5mm, but a lot of them will be 3.5mm. This is fine as long as your headphones have a 3.5mm jack, then you can use an adapter on the other end. The only other thing to consider is the length that you'll need for your setup. Microphone shock mounts are used to connect the microphone to the stand and absorb any vibrations. These vibrations would normally transmit to the microphone and create a lot of noise. The shock mount uses an elastic to suspend the microphone and isolates it from the stand, that way there's no extra noise. It's especially useful if there's movement like someone tapping their feet, and this will prevent this from being picked up as much. TRS patch cables are used to connect a lot of music equipment together. These can be short cables that are 6 inches to a foot long, or longer ones depending on where everything is positioned. They can be used to connect balanced equipment like a preamp to an audio interface in a patch bay, or even to connect unbalanced equipment like guitar pedals if you don't have a regular instrument patch cable. Having a few of these around makes connecting all the recording equipment a lot easier. The next accessory that can be really useful for music recording is a low-profile microphone stand. Lots of normal boom stands won't let us get the microphone really close to the ground for some things that need to be recorded, and they can also take up a lot more floor space than these lower stands. I like to use low-profile microphone stands for recording kick drums and some guitar amps when they're on the floor. They're also good if you need to set up a microphone on a desk for recording, since the stand sits nicely on the desk and you don't need a big boom stand in the way. XLR cables are used to connect all our microphones to our preamps and audio interface. They're one of the most important cables we'll use when recording. These are considered to be a balanced cable, which means they can carry the signal without picking up too much extra noise. For home recording, you could easily get some extra XLR cables for about $25, and I usually recommend about 20 to 25 feet in length for most purposes. The last accessory that we'll look at is fairly simple, but it makes recording instruments in stereo with microphones a lot easier. The XY stereo microphone bar attaches to a standard microphone stand and provides 2 adjustable microphone mounts for 2 microphones. This lets us set them up in stereo with each other and keep the position locked, whereas doing this with two microphone stands is a lot more difficult. I tend to use this kind of setup on drum overheads or an acoustic guitar recording. Thanks for checking out this video on essential home recording accessories. If this video helped you out, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to get notified whenever a new video is released. You can also check the video description for products featured in this video and social media links.